curious. I mean, we are going to talk to Mo. How are your translating skills?
It's pretty good. So luckily I grew up in Belgium, so I get to use my French a little bit more lately now that I have a couple of guys in the team, including Mo, that need some translation once in a while.
Does coach ever ask you to translate for Mo or Michi or anybody else?
Michi's English is pretty good. Mo is getting there. Pele as well is getting there. But sometimes after the meeting, you have to tell him a little details that he maybe didn't understand in the meeting. But overall, they're doing a good job of trying to stay focused and improving their English.
How many languages do you speak?
3, 4. Yeah.
Which ones?
Dutch, Flemish, French, and English.
Do you feel like you use the most?
Now English, now that I live here. When I talk to my family, it's mostly in Dutch and Flemish. So I'm happy that I get to practice my French a little bit more here in Hartford, out of all places.
When you're on a soccer team, obviously you expect that there may be some language barriers, but it's probably not too common that French is the dominant language.
It's not.
So how rare is that you are, and I know you said Hartford of all places, but on this team of all places?
Yeah, so usually in the previous teams it's a lot of Spanish, obviously. When you're back home it's a lot more French, so when I came here it was a pleasant surprise that multiple guys in the team speak French, so my French has definitely improved again drastically in the last couple of weeks. Yeah.
This team's been on a tear. What has been coming together as of late that has you guys really picked?
Yeah, obviously we were going through a little bit of a tough stretch, and I think the team kind of flipped the switch and that we're just playing with fun and freedom. Still a focused mentality, but I feel like a lot of the players are playing with a lot more freedom now. We're getting to work on certain connections on the field, so I think that's showing in the last couple of weeks right at a good time because we have everything to play for with 9 games to go, and it's a good time to get hot closer to playoffs.
What's the confidence level of this team right now?
It's good, and that's where we're trying to stay now. Once you get a little bit of momentum, it's important to try to keep that momentum and the confidence high. And trying to go from result to result, and everyone knows the standings. Tomorrow is a big one for us, so we're going for the 3 points. If we get that, then obviously the confidence we can remain that going into a big week next week.
This game's been great for this team. What is it about playing at Trinity that you feel like you guys just have something going?
Yeah, I think it's not a secret that it's for everyone in the league. It's a hard place to come play. The fans always show up. It's a very nice atmosphere to play the home games. And we seem to have always a little bit of an edge at home, so we're very happy that we can do that again tomorrow for a very important game in the playoff race. So we are expecting the same energy from the fans. We bring the same energy on the field, and then hopefully that results into a 3-point.
Does the team keep an eye on the standings?
Obviously we do. It's not like it's a main focus every day that we're looking at the standings, but we also know that we have everything in our own hands right now. If we win tomorrow, we push closer to the playoff line, and we still have everyone above us that we're playing, and mostly of those games are at home. So we know it's not like something that you have to look at every day, but it's a good feeling that knowing that you still have it in your own hands with all those games coming up.
Mamadou Dieng, how's your French?
Not great. We have a few translators though, luckily.
So do you guys have a fair amount of French-speaking players? Obviously in soccer, it's not uncommon to have a language barrier.
Yep.
How does that work for you?
A lot of what we're doing is just evaluating and watching them play and allowing them to express themselves and be themselves. There are a lot of things that we have to communicate tactically, and that's where guys that we've had over the years, Beverly, Michi, and a few other guys who've had the benefit of English lessons and things like that are able to help us.
And at a certain point when you've got someone, it's English, French, doesn't matter, you've got a talent.
Yep.
That's that.
That's exactly right. At a certain point, the talent does all the talking, and Mo's reached that point in his development, which has been really cool to see because early in the season, we weren't sure, and then we saw glimpses, and now it's just constant.
Do you ever lean on other players to translate things?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. No, I trust them because I trust when they show me through their play that they understand what I want from them, what we expect from them, then they have my trust to help other players understand those same things.
But soccer is really a universal language, right?
Absolutely, yeah. There's only so many formations you can play and so many styles of play, and we've been generally pretty consistent with our style of play, so guys can pick up on that visually as well.
What was the focus today at practice?
Today was just to clear the heads, fun, get the nervous system firing to make sure the energy level is high tomorrow, so to not be out here too long. Yesterday was all the tactical stuff, all the set pieces, all the things we had to cover, and we typically on a Friday with a Saturday game just want it to be fun and competitive, but short.
It's been a minute since this team has been in playoff contention this time of the year. That's what everybody hopes for, but how does that feel motivation-wise? Just everything to know you're playing for something.
Yeah, we've been in good form for 3 games in a row against 3 very good opponents, three teams that are probably going to end up in the playoffs. So that's a good sign of where we could be, where we want to be, and we know we're just 1 win away from being right on top of the line.
How do you reflect back on the last game against Indy to where you guys are now? It probably feels like a lifetime ago.
It does. It feels like a season ago, honestly. That was a day where we got stretched early. We got caught off guard by their tactics. We won't this time. But they're a very talented team, and they're probably one of the deepest teams in the league. So they have a lot of options to throw at you. But stylistically, I think we're far better prepared for this game.
And you guys have had a great record.
Yeah.
Home has been, everybody wants to perform well at home, and you hope if you can perform well at home, you'll be able to take on the road. So what is it about playing?
It's a comfortable environment. The fans are supportive, but energetic, and the building's been full all summer. So that helps. That motivates these guys. That motivates all of us to do better, to do a little more, to find a way to get a result.
Do you guys look at the forecasts at all and maybe prepare in a different way in the event that you have to play on the wet fields?
No, these guys are used to that, and we've had the benefit of training on this field throughout the course of the year. They play on turf as well, so hopefully that doesn't play a major factor into the game. But it's something we would talk about, but not necessarily spend too much time on.
Okay, how's his French?
C'est comment mon français?
C'est bien.
So it's good.
That I knew.
Yes.
What's it like working with a language barrier?
C'est comment pour toi travailler avec les différentes langues? Tu vois, tu parles français, il y a des autres dans l'équipe qui parlent anglais. C'est facile ou c'est dur de faire ça?
Bon, au début, c'était pas facile parce que c'est la première fois que je pars dans une équipe où on parle anglais, tu vois. Bon, mais il y a certaines personnes qui m'ont aidé à maîtriser la langue un peu et tout. C'est pour cela que c'était un peu facile pour moi, pour comprendre certaines choses.
He said in the beginning it's a little bit hard because it was the first time that he came in a team where the biggest part of the team doesn't speak French. But he said multiple guys in the locker room helped him a lot in trying to understand the basic of English and then also helping to translate for him. So it's been a lot easier lately, he said.
How well do you two know each other?
Il a demandé combien de temps qu'on se connaît là.
Ça fait presque 6 mois ou 7 mois.
Yeah, basically since I came here. So we didn't know of each other before I got traded here. I would say 3 months ago. So it's been a fresh connection. Yeah.
So when you're coming here, and this is the first team that you've been on where French isn't the dominant language, what kind of adjustment was that to then going out and playing? How much did that impact what you do on the field?
Donc c'était la première fois que tu joues dans une équipe que tout le monde parle anglais. Elle dit comment tu as fait ça pour faire l'échange parce que c'est pas possible de parler avec tout le monde tout le temps. Donc c'est comment que tu as fait l'échange pour être confortable dans l'équipe.
Oui, bon, pour moi c'était pas très difficile parce qu'à Dubaï c'était comme ça parce que le coach parle anglais. Donc j'avais maîtrisé certaines choses que je dois utiliser sur le terrain. J'avais appris ça. Donc il y a certains que je ne comprends pas, mais il y a certains que je comprends.
He said it's something that he kind of learned. He played in Dubai before coming here, and he said the coach there spoke English. So he said from the day-to-day it's a bit harder, but the things that he needs to understand on the field, he understands. So on the field it's a little bit easier than off the field. Yeah.
Okay, this is about to be very broken. But maintenant, nous parlons about soccer.
Maintenant, on va parler du foot.
Du football.
Ouais.
You have been playing great. It's been a huge spark for the team to see you come in and do this. What has been feeling for you on the field right now?
Donc les dernières semaines, ça va très bien pour toi. Tu as marqué beaucoup de goals. Donc c'est quoi que ça a changé que maintenant tu te sens très bien sur le terrain et tu marques des buts, tu fais des choses très bien pour l'équipe.
Ici, c'est le travail. Parce qu'à l'entraînement, on travaille dur. Si tu travailles dur, ça va payer. Tu vois, comme mes coéquipiers m'aident à travailler dur, comme les Younes, les Messi, les autres qui parlent français. Il y a certains qui parlent anglais qui me poussent à travailler dur. Parce qu'eux, ils savent que j'ai des capacités pour aller de l'avant, tu vois. Donc, pour moi, en matière de foot, il n'y a pas de... Comment dire? Pour moi, en matière de foot, il n'y a pas de complexe.
Yeah, he said obviously in the beginning wasn't playing too much, now he's making an impact, so he said it's just a continuation of hard work. He said he knew he has the capabilities of doing so, but also knew he had to be patient and just keep working. He said there was a lot of guys in the team that helped him throughout the year to make steps, and he's happy that it's showing now.
I heard your name in there.
Yeah, yeah. He said a couple guys in the team like Younes and Michi and some other guys who are speaking French helped me during the year to just keep pushing and keep working, and now the results are showing. So he's happy.
Favorite thing about playing here?
C'est quoi le plus favori que tu as ici en Hartford?
Le plus favori, quoi.
Que tu joues ici? C'est quoi que tu aimes le plus jouer ici en Hartford?
Oh, juste le football. C'est là pour le football. Donc, je s'amuse sur le terrain. Donc, c'est le football, quoi.
Yeah, he said it's just football. It's something from a young age that has been his passion. So he said just coming out here and then being able to play is something that makes him very happy. So, yeah.
Fans have wanted to hear from you all season. What's your message to these Hartford fans as we hit the stretch?
Ça, les fans, ils ont entendu t'entendre toute la saison, mais parce que tu parles français, ils n'ont pas beaucoup entendu. Donc, c'est quoi que tu veux dire aux fans parce qu'ils n'ont pas parlé avec toi beaucoup?
Oui, parce que c'est très difficile de parler avec eux car mon anglais n'est pas très bien, tu vois. Je parle un peu anglais, mais je me débrouille, tu vois. Donc, je ne peux pas parler avec eux certaines choses. C'est pour cela que je vois comme eux, ils me soutenent, mais bon. Je les aime comme, tu vois. Je ne sais pas quoi dire, mais bon.
Donc, c'est quelque chose que tu veux dire aux fans, tu as juste un petit message.
Oui, je demande de continuer à pousser, à nous encourager sur le terrain comme ça. Parce que je vois quand je joue comme ils me poussent, ils m'encouragent sur le terrain, je donne à 100%. Quand je vois ça, quand je vois les supporters me poussent, qui parlent de Momo ceci, Momo cela, ça me donne de courage pour continuer à travailler, dire, à marquer des buts et à partir en avant.
He said obviously he hasn't been able to talk with him a lot of the times, but he said that he definitely feels the support, and every time he hears him loud and pushing him, it gives him the energy to just give more than 100% and keep scoring goals, and he feeds off the energy that they give him. So keep doing it. That's what he said.
Last question for me. Do you have anyone on the team that you do an impression of in English?
Il y a quelqu'un de l'équipe tu peux faire une impression là, qui parle anglais.
Dans l'équipe,
Ouais.
oui, Marley.
Molly, mais
Yeah.
parle comme lui.
Oh,
Ça, c'est ce que je demandais. Fais quelque chose qu'il fait, ou il dit quelque chose qu'il toujours dit là.
il a toujours il me dit que Star Boy.
He said to him every time Marlon sees him, he said, "Oh, Star Boy." So that's the word that he learned in English.
Give it to us. What does he call you?
Ouais.
Dire, c'est quoi comment il t'appelle?
Comment elle m'appelle?
Ouais.
Star Boy.
Star Boy. C'est bien.
How important has this guy been to the success of the team?
It's important. It's when you see a young guy like that with a hard work rate, you hope that at a certain point in the season they make steps and they show what they can do, because everyone sees what he can do in training. And then around the time that I arrived here, he started, getting more minutes, because the trade for me was for a striker. The place opened up for him to get some more spots or minutes, and everyone in the team is happy that he took that chance. He's been very consistent for us. He's been a huge workhorse up top. Takes a load off for the rest of the team. So yeah, it's huge for us. Every time a striker is confident and scores a lot of goals, it helps obviously the rest of the team. So we just hope that he keeps working, keeps a good attitude like he's been having, and keeps scoring goals. Yeah.
Well, I think a good thing for me. Coach Burke has put a lot of trust in you. What's your relationship with Coach Burke?
C'est quoi ton relation avec coach Brendan? Parce que tu vois, il a mis beaucoup de confiance maintenant sur toi. Et c'est quoi les relations que tu as avec lui?
Bon, tout d'abord, je tiens à remercier le coach parce que c'est lui qui m'a aidé. C'est lui qui m'a aidé, c'est lui qui m'a donné beaucoup de confiance pour revenir. Parce qu'au début, c'était difficile. Quand je ne jouais pas les matchs, je ne débutais pas les matchs. Tu vois? Mais il m'a poussé, surtout à l'entraînement, dans les matchs, il me met dedans. Tu vois? Donc c'est lui qui m'a donné un peu, le confiance que j'ai eu, c'est grâce à lui. Donc c'est pour cela que je tiens à lui remercier. Bien.
He said he's very grateful for Coach Brendan because he said at the beginning of the season it was obviously not as easy for him. He didn't get too many minutes. He came in and out of games. But he said all the confidence that he has right now is because of him. He believed in him and he felt that belief from the coach. And now that he puts the confidence in him by giving it all, he's trying to repay that with the performances that he puts in. So he said he's very happy with the relationship that he has with him.
Last one is, what was your expectation coming right here in Hartford as what's happened compared to those expectations?
C'était quoi l'expectation de toi à venir ici et c'est quoi les différences que tu as, les expectations et ce que s'est passé ça en fait? C'est tout ce que tu as pensé ou il y a des choses qui sont différentes que tu as pensé avant de venir ici?
Oui. Juste, donc, c'était ma première contrat ici aux États-Unis. Donc, il y a certaines choses qui ont changé, tu vois, parce que ici, si tu n'es pas professionnel, donc tu auras des problèmes, quoi, tu vois. Donc, j'étais à Dubaï, c'était professionnel, mais ici, c'est plus professionnel que là-bas, tu vois. Donc, il faut que tu sois focus pour que tu pars à l'avant, tu vois. Pas que c'est le plus grand club que j'ai passé, tu vois. C'est ça.
He said obviously Hartford has been going through a lot of changes and he said with the team in Dubai that he came from and he came here, he said the way that the club was operating was a lot more professional, so he realized that he had to focus hard and repay that professionalism that the club has put in this year and growing the club, and that's basically it. He said it was more professional than I thought it was. It was his first contract in the US, which is a market that maybe in other parts of the world is not that known, so he was pleasantly surprised with how everything was set up and he's trying to repay that by just working hard.